Yes, a truly breathtaking contest awaits. History could well reflect on tonight as the most vital game of Origin in many a long year. Rest assured, this sold-out Suncorp Stadium crowd will do everything to encourage their beloved Maroons to continue a record-breaking reign.
We're in the New South Wales warm-up room at Suncorp Stadium just moments before the players go out onto the ground. And Peter Sterling, this is not the lineup that New South Wales would have chosen after Origin 1, but they've been left with a team that you feel can win tonight.
I do, and Laurie Daly alluded to the fact that there was a distraction in camp, but that was early on, so they were able to get that out of the way and then concentrate at the task at hand. It's a side tonight that won't be looking to do much different to what they did in the opening fixture, because they were superior to Queensland in plenty of the key elements, especially from the start of the game where Mitchell Pearce put up the kick and they got field position immediately. They will have to clean up their error rate. There was too much of that in game one, but no, I think we'll see a very similar performance, because I think in the centre of the field they have speed and footwork that Queensland don't boast, and that's the advantage.
Laurie Daly, just keeping calm in the New South Wales rooms. I guess, you know, from a Queensland point of view, having the title on the line, being back at home, does elevate their prospects of winning the game.
Adds plenty of pressure, probably, most people would suggest, but I think these players are feeling that, well, they know that they can improve greatly, and Sterlo, they're a team that have produced that in the past. It's just a matter of making sure that they take the biggest advantage of the breaks that they get.
Well, they did that in 2006 and 2008 when they were one down, and they came to this stadium and came up with a big victory on both occasions. So, you know, history says that they're very good in this situation, but the pressure's on. They can't get it wrong tonight because everything is on the line. I spoke to Laurie Daly early in the night, and he said that the opening 20 minutes, that's crucial for the Blues tonight. In fact, both teams tonight, that's where he thinks, you know, giant strides will be made towards who's successful.
I love game two. Always so much riding on this, and we've got good condition tonight. A little bit of dew out there, so it's a touch slippery, but we're in store for a really positive performance tonight from both sides in good conditions.
Last time Queensland lost games 1 and 2 was a decade ago. So what's it to be? Is this the start of the end of the dynasty? Or is it just the continuation? We will know in about 80 minutes from now as the Blues starts Origin 2 in front of 52,000 at Suncorp. Maroons with the first use of the football, electing to be that team. Nate Miles is with it, and he'll play the ball just inside his own 20-metre line. Corey Parker at the back of the scrum tonight in the run-on side. Reaching the 30-metre line with their second play. Friday, the ball is lost, wasn't raked. Penalty from the whistle of Shane Hayne. More than one in the tackle, and he's declared it a steal. Brings the joy out in the Queensland crowd to get that first penalty. Here it is.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and shoving at the end of that as well. James Maloney, the man ruled to have dislodged the football illegally. So a very different start to what we saw 3 weeks ago. Queensland immediately on the attack. Scott takes it forward.
And Matthew Scott from Longreach plays the ball, and Sam Friday from Townsville takes it down the right side towards the 10-metre line. They go, and Cronk works with Thurston. Thurston got a ball away to Big Greg, and Inglis plays it. They come back to the middle, and Cronk goes back on the inside, and Miles is picked up and dropped by Luke Lewis in particular, with Greg Bird. Now for Cronk, goes to Friday, they're going to make it. Friday's in to score. First try of the night. Samuel Friday, the Broncos captain, has scored.
And it took under 2 minutes, and the crowd, they were pumped before kick-off, and after a start like that from their team, they are having an absolute ball early on. Penalty going against New South Wales, and then a nice set play on both sides of the field. You can see the New South Wales defence drawn in by the decoy, and that opened up a hole on the outside, and quite a big one for Sam Friday to race through. Wonderful work from the home team.
Jonathan Thurston hunting down records as he goes through another Origin match tonight. Conversion of the try by Thaiday. So Queensland leads 6-0 and Jonathan is 20 behind Mal Meninga as the highest point scorer ever at Origin level.
Well, let me tell you, Ray, that Sam Thaiday kicked that door down. He had 3 runs at the same hole leading up to this. Finally, they set up perfectly, and there he is. They didn't want any part of him close to the line. A yawning gap right on your own try line, in between Jennings and I think it was Pearce. And Sam Thaiday, well, as I said, he kicked that door down.
I thought the best part of the play was Jonathan Thurston actually angling back to the blind. It was a dummy run, but fooled the New South Wales defence.
Wally Lewis with us in commentary in the broadcast box with Phil Gould and Peter Sterling. Oh, Queenslander picked up and spun into the ground. It was Brent Tate on the end of it. For a moment it might have been a dangerous position, played by Scott now. And here is Parker going through the ruck area. And that's where he's put down by Aaron Woods together with Robbie Farah. And they combined make up a record number of West Tigers players in an Origin match, which is quite strange. Here's the kick from Cronk now. The chase from Slater is large. It's taken back there by Dugan. And then Dugan immediately taken by Slater. Dugan in his second Origin match. This is Morris, the winger, Brett. 10 metres out. Jennings dummy half. And Hodges wants a piece of him. Woods again now. The 22-year-old youngest of the New South Wales players. Now for Gavin. Last tackle then for the Blues to clear. Mitchell Pearce sending it long and low. Picked up back there by Darius Boyd.
I can tell you Billy Slater hurt himself on that chase on Josh Dugan because he sent Brent Tate back to fullback. He couldn't get himself back to field that kick. Now he's getting in closer to the play the ball area. Whether he just winded himself and needed a little break.
Hodges now. Just outside their own 40-metre line. And here is Parker. And an offload. Well done. Miles. Thought he saw a gap back up the middle. That's where he went. And Woods is there with Farah to bring Nate Miles down. He won the most significant medals associated with Origin last year. The Ron McAuliffe and Wally Lewis medals. Just outside the 40-metre line there. Played by Billy Slater. And now to Melbourne teammate Cooper Cronk. And it goes back and across and it goes in a touch in front of Nathan Merritt on the eastern side.
He was going to kick high again, but late made a decision, Cooper Cronk, to just kick for field position and fine touch. And this is a storm that New South Wales need to weather. Because at the moment, the energy and the enthusiasm is abundant from the Maroons. The last time New South Wales brought it out from their own line, they picked up 30 metres and struggled to do so. This is a stage of the game they've conceded 6. They've got to hang in now.
The scrum back in the southeastern corner, and Greg Bird taken to ground, mainly by Sam Thaiday. Now Ryan Hoffman. Mate against mate. And state against state. He's lost the ball, according to the referee. Thurston. 25 out. Matt Scott is limping in back play. Inglis for Miles. So here comes Queensland again. Smith. Dummy to Parker. Behind Scott, Cronk, Thaiday, loves this avenue. Slater, one-handed pick up with the dart to the right. But it's a penalty to Queensland.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Okay, well, no problems.
Well, they are really stretching the Blues.
Yeah, and going at James Maloney, which is where they had success earlier with Thaiday. And Jonathan Thurston comes up. A sign that he is fine. He didn't kick in Sydney. He allowed Cameron Smith to take over with the groin restriction that he had
I think you'll find there was a strip in the changeover of possession there, but they got away with it. That's what you do.
Wally, what do you think of this decision to kick for a goal? I mean, they've got New South Wales stretched here, but they're going to go for the 2 points.
A little bit surprised by it. Obviously, the Queenslanders believe if they get it past a converted try lead, it'll increase their confidence and may deny New South Wales a little bit. But if it misses, it's a painful one.
26th consecutive game for Jonathan Thurston.
Well, when Thurston elected to kick for goal, I saw Paul Gallen clapping his teammates. So I think the Blues are happy that he's having the shot. There he goes.
That's the angle that he's got, and Thurston hits the paintwork, but it bounces through. 8-0 then. Is there a hint of omen in the fact that it hits the upright and bounced in?
Well, Queensland spoke all week about their disappointment with their start in game 1. They felt that they gave the Blues the momentum and the advantage early and weren't able to wrest it back for them. So the Blues knew this was coming. They knew that there would be an onslaught early. But this has taken them by surprise. 8-0 down in a very short space of time.
So the kick-off to restart is a lofted kick, and it is Matt Scott who brings it back. He'll play the ball 15 metres out from his own line. And McQueen running the dummy, which led to Miles being tackled just outside the 20-metre line. Cameron Smith to Corey Parker this time, and he's run at Ryan Hoffman, who might have been a tad unlucky when that play was allowed to go back down that other end of the ground. This kick is raking across. Brett Morris will have to be marked urgent. He is, and Tate came down together with Cronk. Way back near the New South Wales line is Dugan.
And that was just third tackle from Cameron Smith. After scoring points, get the ball down the other end of the field and muscle up in defence. And that's what they're doing now on Nathan Merritt. 3 tackles gone, 10 metres out from their own line. The Blues under siege.
First carry for Nathan Merritt, who would be, I trust, the pride of Redfern, making this maiden voyage into Origin territory tonight. The wait has been long. Played by Hoffman, now for Pearce, and off his own 20-metre line, he kicks down to Boyd, who marks it back on his own 30-metre line. And Boyd, taken by the Blues, just on his own side of halfway by Mitchell Pearce, mainly. Here's Tate now with the ball.
Move ball! Come in and run! Hold there.
Parker taking a blindside run. 8-0 then in favour of Queensland. With Thaiday scoring at the 2nd minute. And Thurston kicking a conversion and a penalty. And Scott threw it out the back on purpose, and Wood is ruled knock on, or is ruled knocked on by New South Wales, obviously.
He played at this, Aaron Woods.
Well, right at the moment, it's a case of welcome to Lang Park. The crowd is at absolute fever pitch. And for any of the Blues players who haven't been here, and even those that have in the past, this is the Cauldron atmosphere. This is everything that Origin was built on. What we're experiencing here right now. The Blues have got to hold on here.
Thurston taken by Josh Morris, who was so very good in defence in Origin 1. Now McQueen, youngster from South Sydney, in the run onside tonight. Nate Miles, 15 away. Cameron Smith to Jonathan Thurston, and he did a complete 360. He had Inglis and McQueen left and right. Now for Cronk off his right foot and goes straight ahead. Pulled down there by Farah. Smith then jinks and unloads. Thurston 25 out from the line. He puts a kick in this time. It's gone towards Hodgins. He bats it back down, knocked on by Tate.
Penalty against Michael Jennings.
That was read by
You got a
New South
penalty.
Wales.
Penalty against Michael Jennings. Challenge on the kicker. Michael Jennings.
Where's Michael?
Well, this is Jennings on Thurston, apparently.
Goes through, hit on the kicker. Okay, penalty's in. That's the penalty call. Let's get on with the game, mate.
Wow, I wonder what Michael Jennings was doing all that way infield. That's 40 metres away from where he was defending. He's raced all the way over there. And I imagine they're saying that's a shade high, but it's a big penalty at this stage because New South Wales have done well to defuse that attacking raid. Here come the Maroons again. This is relentless.
Scott. Smith, Parker, and Corey Parker to play the ball. As you can see, a couple of metres out from the New South Wales goal line.
Space out wide.
And it is Smith and in the thigh dive with the big dummy. And crawling towards this line that he's become very affectionate to. Smith along, pass out to Cronk. Now to Thurston. He puts in a little kick, did he not? Now it's come back to Cronk. 6 more tackles, said the referee.
Back foot here, Aaron, mate.
Queensland applying immense pressure. Thurston for Miles now.
Aaron to stand up. Marcus Free.
Nate Miles, the number 10. Parker looked at the line, over, and that's a miracle save.
Come off. Hold up on tackle 2.
That is an incredible save
James.
on Corey Parker.
He was about to put that down. Lovely sleight of hand from Cameron Smith. Parker's in, he's about to put it down, and there's an arm over the top there that just drags it away. Paul Gallen. Brilliant stuff in defence there.
So here they come. And it's Slater into the back line. Inglis is with the ball, but Morris is with Inglis. In fact, it's Mitchell Pearce over there. And now it's back to McQueen. Chris playing the ball 3 metres out from the line. To Thurston. Now Cronk. Out to Hodges. And Hodges unloading. Thaida's there. Kicks in behind. And cleaned up by Brett Morris.
Well, they're doing everything right. The completion rate, Queensland, 10 from 10. Very little football so far for New South Wales. And Billy Slater was flying through. He wanted a kick from Jonathan Thurston. Well, it came later in the play off the boot of Sam Thaiday, who dribbles it in, and Morris had no alternative.
Well, if you're wondering what perfect football looks like, you're watching it in maroon jumpers at the moment. And Cronk heeling the ball, or just shinning the ball to ground before giving it to Miles.
Yeah, having said all that, they've only scored the 1 try. I mean, if the Blues can repel them here and then get the ball and get it to the other end, it will have been a good period for them as well.
Now the 14 is about to come into the game for Feta. Andrew, Greg Inglis, taken by Nathan Merritt. Now from Slater back to Thurston. Thurston on to Smith, and Smith holds it up and goes himself. Just hasn't got the nippiness to get through. Slater long, Cronk behind 1. Thurston double pump. Here they go again. Darius Boyd scores another try. That's a try in the last 5 Origin games for Darius Boyd, and his 11th Origin try.
And it's a brilliant pass. Jonathan Thurston. They tucked down there 2 plays earlier. Nathan Merritt came up with a very strong tackle on Greg Inglis. Well, this time the New South Wales defence came up. Thurston waited and then got the ball in between and in behind to Darius Boyd for their second.
It was a brilliant pass from Jonathan Thurston. I think Nathan Merritt has come up 2 or 3 times to get in the face of Greg Inglis in the opening stages here. And he went up just 1 time too many because Thurston sweated on it, dummied to Inglis, waited for Merritt to come forward, and then got it behind his back to Merritt's opposite number.
Here's the kick from Jonathan Thurston. And what a kicker! What a kicker! 3 goals tonight. Now he's 16 behind Mal's record. Darren Lockyer on the sideline.
Yeah, JT's on tonight. You felt the Queenslanders needed to get a reward for such their dominance. And look at that pass. Nathan Merritt maybe a little jumpy on debut, but he still had to sum it up, Thurston. He summed it up perfectly. Perfectly executed, and Mel's happy with that. And you see on the Harvey Norman replay. Let's go, Queensland.
Well, we've still got a long way to go here, but it is party time. And from memory, that is the lead that New South Wales established 3 weeks ago. 14-0, and one they took into half-time.
Big body confrontation there with Matthew Scott, the ball carrier. Greg Bird is the front tackler. This is Parker.
Okay, James, let him up now. Mark straight.
He's only played 9 Origin games. Corey Parker. Friday played to Hodges. And here he goes. Straight up the middle. Justin Hodges. Brilliant to the halfway.
Well, James Maloney's going to have Sam Thaiday stud marks all up his chest when he gets home tonight, because Thaiday is just zeroing in on him the whole time. And that time Hodges backed it up. The Blues cannot stop the relentless nature of this Morona assault at the moment. Maloney had just got up from being trampled by Thaiday. Hodges made a beeline for him, knocks him over again, and forces his way in behind them.
Primary objective for Queensland at the moment is the speed of their play the balls. It's just not allowing New South Wales defence to get back into order.
So here's Miles.
Lock in, AJ. Stand, hold here. Hold up. Stand and play it, mate.
Playing it to Smith and Thaiday. Standing on the short side.
Right move.
Tackle count 107 to 27.
Smith again. Out to Cronk. He goes to the middle. Then to Thurston, then to Inglis, then to Slater. And it's gone over the sideline.
Easy.
Oh, that was fancy stuff.
Yeah, look, it was a lovely play, again playing on Nathan Merritt, coming in off his wing. Just watch the way they drag Merritt away from the sideline. It's a set piece. The ball will go out the back, long ball, pop it out the back. There's Merritt in off his wing. Unfortunately, Darius Boyd had overrun the potential pass. So the young rookie, teammate of Greg Inglis, is the target at the moment.
We had to wait 20 minutes and 40 seconds for Maroon's first mistake. But that was it. 4-0 the penalty count as well, but when you've got the ball, you will get more penalties.
Greg Bird. It's Hoffman. And now young Fafita. Hoping to put a bit of ginger into the New South Wales attack, although they haven't really had many opportunities. Come to think of it, here's Lewis, man of the match in Origin 1. Played then by Luke Lewis, and Farah goes short into Gallen, and the opposite captain, Cameron Smith, come off second best from the confrontation. Now to Maloney. And that kick is very high, down towards Brent Tate, batted back by Brett Morris, picked up by Josh Dugan, gets a kick on it, it goes into the in goal, in fact it goes out on the full. That's turnover to Queensland, 20 metres out from their own line.
He had plenty of time here, Maloney, to get a better place kick than that. It only just came down inches inside the touchline, and Queensland were able to allow the Blues just to fumble that out of control.
Matt Scott off now after an outstanding 22 and a half opening minutes. Ben Teo into the action. Brent Tate out of dummy half, just shy of his own 40.
Thurston went running away to the left-hand side of the ground. I think he was looking for Greg Inglis, and Greg was saying, hang on a moment, I'm back here on the right-hand side. So Inglis starting to do a little bit of rovering around the place. Played then by Corey Parker, now Cooper Cronk, Jonathan Thurston, and this is Chris McQueen, taken down just outside the 30-metre line.
Well, Inglis can do that because McQueen is out there as Thurston on the last, kicks to the corner.
And Dugan, a test. And a beautiful take by Josh Dugan. He'll play the ball on his own 10-metre line. Now for Nathan Merritt. And they are aiming much of their ammunition towards Nathan's corner. Akila Uwate would know exactly the feeling. And a penalty goes to the Blues. It's their first 4 won the penalties in favour of the Maroons. Gallon off. Brad Fittler on the ground. Brad?
Yeah, boys, you're just humming that the tide's turning. That's our first bit of luck so far. Haven't had much. They've had to work hard against a pretty good side. But they've got good clear eyes at the moment. There's no panic as yet. That's a pretty good sign.
There it is from the man that's running the bottle, the great Brad Fittler. He said there's not a great deal of panic. In fact, no panickers. No panickers. They're just got to let the other team go off the boil and hang in and hang tough. Now Pearce back to Lewis. And Lewis will play the ball 8 metres into opposition territory. Now Farah, he kicks out of dummy half, he kicks in behind the winger, Brent Tate, who slips back there in the in goal, passes to Slater. All quite dangerous stuff. Slater plays it close to his own line. Hodges running from dummy half. Almost all the time. Did the same in the second half in Sydney. Tio, 20-metre line, his own end. They haven't seen much of it. Tate. Nate Miles had to duck. Cameron Smith, Corey Parker, taken low by Maloney, up the top by Farah. Cronk kicks long into vacant territory. It's rolling end on end. It might go dead. It might not go dead. Oh! He has waited and waited and waited and prayed.
And it was a torpedo kick from that man, Cooper Cronk. You don't see a lot of them in the modern game. But there's plenty of volume to it. And it was nearly inch perfect. Josh Dugan, few touches tonight, comes up to the restart to get one.
Bird. And looks like he might have a forearm around the throat, but it's allowed to go. It was Ben Teo. Now for Fifita, nice work. Farah pushes it on. Dugan. And Dugan crosses the halfway line. So the Dragons fullback. And now Anthony Watmoe with that hamstring injury necessitating that bandage you see on his left leg. Here's Pearce with some really smart footwork. Back it comes, and now it's Farah drifting across, giving it to Fifita. Former West Tigers player. Farah would have no hesitation in giving him a chance with the ball. Now Pearce kicking high down into Boyd's corner, knocked down by the Blues, and it's gone into touch.
Well, that's the same thing again. A really poor fifth tackle kick from the Blues there. Really gave themselves nothing to work with, and Queensland were just allowing New South Wales to take it and fumble it and knock it in field, and it diffuses itself very comfortably. There is a little bit on offer for the Blues though. In the couple of sets of 6 they've had, there are some little gaps around the edges that they can exploit if they get enough ball.
14-0 in favour of Queensland. The opening exchanges dominated by them. Dominated by now a near perfect performance. As this kicker sent Dugan scurrying away. It was inside the 40. And here comes Dugan. And he tries to splice through, and he almost does.
And again, the tactic of Cameron Smith kicking out of dummy half. Third tackle. Dugan did well to beat the front line, so the Blues through Merritt now. Not bad field position on the back of that kick. They start to get a little bit more football. Fifita now, 45 from his own line.
He's putting his name in the frame, isn't he, Fifita? Maloney away to Jennings, and Jennings almost pulls out of a tackle. He'll play it back to Brett Morris. Into Maloney at 1, Farah out at 2, and here's Bird working it back. Teo in 15. Hodges 4. And so the Blues with Farah kicking out of dummy half, and it goes into touch.
Well,
14-0, Queensland leading. Packed, absolutely packed to watch maybe the most publicised and talked about Origin that I can remember anyway. And the penalty goes to Queensland.
And it'll be relief for Queensland, but gee, I thought that was a wasted opportunity for the Blues. They had the opportunity to put the ball high or put it in behind the line to create doubt in the mind of the players standing underneath it. The ball was simply put into touch.
well, 14-0, 30 metres out, you can't be kicking for touch.
Extraordinary.
Cherry Evans about to come into the Origin arena for the first time.
Well, it's an interesting timing here. I was often wondering in the lead up to this game where they would get Cherry Evans into the action. Let's see who he replaces. And 10 minutes before half time, with the Blues fatigued a little bit, he could be a real weapon.
This is Gillett.
Well, it's Corey Parker coming off. For the young man who's already played Test football, Cameron Smith now finds Jonathan Thurston.
He's dead. Hold.
So Gillett again. Tackled on the 30-metre line. Cherry Evans away to the right at first receiver, but Cronk gets the call. The kick is through to Boyd. Boyd throws it back in field, but the touch judge has got the flag up.
Well, if he could have got it to him on the full, and I'm sure that was the intention, that was another try to Queensland. They squeezed up the defence on the right-hand side. Watch the way they squeeze him up. Merritt's off his wing again, and Boyd had to let that bounce, and he couldn't get it up into his hands. If he'd have got there on the full, he had plenty of open territory in front of him. Again, I would say that was a set piece.
Thanks to GIO, the New South Wales Origin jumpers have had the names of 10,000 Blues fans printed on the jersey numbers for games 1 and 2. So for your chance to have your name on a New South Wales jumper and win tickets for game 3, go to trustnewsouthwales.com.au. What mode? Just on that set piece that you were talking about, I noticed when New South Wales got the penalty way down the other end, Greg Inglis having a yarn to Cooper Cronk and suggesting let's go back down to their right side. It is very welcoming down there. So giving the ball to Pearce and now to Farah, and Merrin is out there now as the ball bounces high for Slater to go to Tate.
Well, they're being absolutely out-kicked, and that's where New South Wales were very good in game 1. Robbie Farah's not the player who should be kicking in general play unless he's a dummy half. As Thurston finds Inglis, gets rid of Merritt.
So Greg Inglis then on his way, outside 30 and 40, goes to Boyd, Pearce goes across, ball goes to ground, and it's play on. So they've diffused something that was potentially a try coming for the Maroons. Dugan then counter punches for New South Wales, and he gets it down to the halfway line.
A good covered defending tackle there from Gillett as Merritt offloads. Out of Fafita on the fringe, had men on his outside but straightens himself.
Great run by Fafita. He's really put a few marks out there. A few indentations. That pass has gone away, bouncing to Lewis. And a penalty goes New South Wales. No advantage he's calling. Offside, no advantage.
Yeah, and as I said, there's a little bit on offer here for New South Wales if they can just hold on to the ball and find the right pass. Watch this from their own end. Well, here's the slap on the face to Lewis. They've already got a penalty. He's virtually lost that.
Might have just copped a knee in the back of the head as he was falling.
Here it is. They're saying they were offside down the short side, but
Yep. There's no doubt what he was doing. Ashley Klein was playing an advantage. And New South Wales didn't get any advantage from it.
Well, here's a real chance.
Fafita taking it close. Here is Mirren. And Mirren falling so close to that line. Farah for Maloney, and Hoffman smashed into the ground by the number 7. Comes out to Pearce, goes short into Lewis. Now the Blues deep inside Queensland territory. Pearce, Watmo running into Scott. Last tackle here for the Blues, and it's Maloney with a little kick in. It's come off the hands of the Maroons. It's still alive and it's battered dead by Slater. So line dropout Queensland.
Well, they got the result in the end. I'm not sure it was the right kick for the occasion. You'd have been looking for a grubber kick into the in goal, but as it turns out, they were able to force the fumble, and Slater gets a bad bounce and has to push it dead. So line drop out here again for the Blues, who on the back a little bit of possession are just starting to grow a little in confidence. If they can score here and get it to 14-6, it won't feel so bad as they go to the sheds. Big set of 6 in defence for the Maroons.
Cameron Smith with a line dropout that has travelled almost down to the halfway line, and here is Fafita again.
He's been good.
Oh, auspicious. Just his second game of Origin. Now Hoffman doing battle against 3 superstars from Melbourne on the other side. Farah goes on to Pearce, behind Lewis, onto Dugan. Morris, knock on New South Wales. Just as it looked as though it was brewing into something, now the Queenslanders are joyous.
Yeah, probably a little bit too much sideways work there from New South Wales early on. That's the play you want to come up with after you've dented in the middle. And see here, the Queensland defence is already set. They're coming up. They just slide. You go to that play when they're back on their heels, and after you've hurt them in the middle.
New South Wales were targeting one man in particular. They were having a go at Jonathan Thurston. The previous 2 times that they went to the right-hand side, we saw Luke Lewis charging at Thurston both times. He was used as a dummy runner on that occasion. Unfortunately, it didn't go to plan.
So 14-0 in favour of Queensland. But just listening to a commentary from Gus Gould, he's starting to think that the Blues are going to get back into this game. Tate just outside the 30-metre line.
All I'm saying is, Rabbit, there's an opportunity for them. Whether they do or not, I don't know, because Queensland are really up for this occasion. They're playing brilliant football, but there's a little bit on offer for the Blues if they can just hang in.
Scott. Well, they had no territory. They had no football in the early part, so Queensland had to build some points. They would have been disappointed had they not got out to this lead, and here they are, the Blues coming away with Morris. Brett Morris playing it to Mitchell Pearce. Now for Josh Dugan. And Dugan taken by Smith and Scott. Back a couple of metres. Now Merrin. These are the hard yards. These are the ones they get paid for, these blokes.
Yeah, there's only a couple of minutes before the break. New South Wales have been disappointed at the other end. They've just got to be careful where they give Queensland the ball here, because Queensland will not go soft on them if they get it in good field position.
Pearce going long to the right side. Josh Morris has with the ball and he runs at Jonathan Thurston, who makes the tackle complete. Pearce. Kick going down to Slater. Be careful, he loves this. Tate out of a tackle, taken by the second, and that was Hoffman. Here's Cherry Evans. 2 years and he's got a premiership, played for Australia and now played for Queensland. Well done, Daly Cherry Evans. Rookie of the year, half of the year I think he was in 2011. on his maiden voyage. Cronk, that's McQueen from Kingaroy. Play back to Thurston, gone to Cronk. Goes back to the middle, and then a shrug, and away goes Gill at the 16. From Bribey Island. Play back to Smith. Gone on to Cronk, outside, inside, to Slater. This is brilliant. Hodges can't hold it. It may have come off a New South Wales hand. It's with Teo, but it's all called out by the referee. It's going forward.
Oh, wow, you could have driven a truck through that gap back on the inside, and Billy Slater, I thought, would take his opposite number on. He elected to zig rather than zag. Wally, that was very close.
Perfect play. They made it look like it was all the intention was to go up the middle of the ruck. They went wide.
This is Morris. Final seconds before the break. 14-0. Friday at the 2nd minute, Boyd at the 17th. And the Blues have managed to hold it at that, and much of it off the back of that man Fafita. Now Josh Morris, and the hooter has sounded. So that is half time, and the scoreline indicative of the performance and the statistics that go with it. The Maroons crowd, they're happy. They can feel this one going down to the wire, to the finale in Sydney.